And joining us now with more on Biden and the economy is finance professor at the University of San Diego, Dan Roccato. Dan, it's good to see you. Welcome back.
Hi, Natasha. Good to be back with you.
So Biden is saying that he has already turned the economy around. Help us fully fact check this. Is this fully true given the state of inflation and prices?
No, but perceptions, there's an old saying, perception equals reality. And, American people, they don't have a PhD in economics, but they understand when a box of Raisin Bran costs $6 that something's wrong. And therefore, there's this disconnect, as you said earlier, between what's actually happening around folks' kitchen tables and what might be in a conference room in Washington, D.C.
You know, a recent poll finding 50% of voters believe that by the end of the year, the economy will get worse. First of all, what is the forecast? Is that true or not? Will it, in fact, get worse from what we can tell? And what do you make of the perception? What do you make of those numbers?
Yeah, well, actually, the economy's not in a bad spot, right? So the job market is still pretty robust, slowing down a bit, but still pretty robust. So there are jobs out there. That's always a good thing. But the problem is that, this inflation that we've now had for 3 years, by the way, we're in our third year of inflation above target. And that's really, Natasha, what Americans are feeling very unsettled about. 23%, according to a recent poll, say that we're headed, well, not so much, we're headed in the right direction, and 67% saying we're headed in the wrong direction. That's a screamingly loud message to the policymakers that there is something going on in American consumers' homes that are saying that everything is not quite right.
And we were looking at this graphic just a moment ago, levels of confidence in Biden versus Trump. How have we seen changes in inflation with President Biden compared with former President Donald Trump?
Yeah, look, I'm not a politician. I look at numbers and I talk to consumers. And here's the fact. The fact is that under President Trump, inflation was much lower. There's no question about that. The data is clear. Under President Biden, the inflation rate is much higher. Now, there's lots of reasons for that. And the president's right when he talks about supply shocks during the pandemic and things like that. There's no question that there's lots of reasons behind that. But the reality is right now, American consumers are spot on when they're worried about inflation because we still haven't fixed the problem.
And the economy continues to impact everyday Americans, to your point, specifically grocery prices. We see them going up for things like ground beef, for milk, for eggs, for bread. Now, is this truly inflation, or is this companies getting away with being greedy?
Yeah, well, it's both, right? Companies have an obligation to their owners, to their shareholders, to maximize profits. And we shouldn't be so naive to think that they're not going to take every opportunity to do that. But at the same time, as wages go up here in California, for example, we see fast food workers now at a $20 minimum wage. That's got to come from somewhere, Natasha. And that means you either raise prices or you reduce labor and bring in the robots. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty simple math problem. Prices are up, wages are up, but not quite as much. And that creates a disconnect here, at least around kitchen tables versus conference room tables.
Right. Yeah, well said. Dan Roccato, always appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.